The Fables episode 13 opens with Sunagawa killing the man who was sent to attack Misaki. The person hired by Sunagawa is curious as to why Sunagawa decided to kill his ally. The hitman claims that Sunagawa's motivation is to kill anyone who is aware of his assassination plot against Kojima. The hitman claims that since Sunagawa needs them, he and the hire should be safe. Kojima, in the meantime, awakens bound to a chair. Fable and Takeshi are standing in front of him. Kojima is questioned about his activities by the former. Kojima said he wanted to relive the Yakuza lifestyle because he had spent 15 years in prison. Takeshi reveals to Fable that Kojima spent 15 years in prison for the death of a well-respected woman. Subsequently, Takeshi contends that Kojima's erectile dysfunction is tempting him to behave more aggressively than usual. Takeshi enrages Kojima by speculating that it's conceivable Kojima doesn't love women. The former requests that Fable leave Kojima and him alone. When Fable escapes to Yoko's house, Takeshi notifies Kojima. Hitman Fable is employed by the Meguro Group. Takeshi asks that Kojima apologize to Sunagawa and expresses his disappointment in him. Takeshi is informed about everything by Kojima. Takeshi gets up and says he'll take Kojima's zip ties off. After saying sorry to Takeshi, Kojima receives assurances from Takeshi that he is on his side. With a gun drawn, Takeshi shoots Kojima once in the head. Takeshi and Fable reassemble in the garage. Takeshi inquires about his thoughts on Takeshi's choice to kill Kojima. Takeshi informs Fable that Matsu, the cleanup crew, will be there shortly to collect Kojima's remains when Fable doesn't answer. Takeshi invites Fable to spend the night at Yoko's house. He seeks Fable's opinion on his actions once more. According to Fable, Kojima would have died at the factory anyhow. When Misaki visits Yoko in the interim, she requests to use her restroom. Misaki claims that she misplaced her pocketbook, which held her house keys and other valuable items. Fable shows in and tells Yoko he can't stay at his apartment tonight while Misaki jumps in the bath. Takeshi, in the meantime, instructs Matsu to do his task. Takeshi declares that he will not help Matsu with it. Takeshi requests that Matsu keep his remarks to himself when he reveals his plans regarding Kojima's corpse. Takeshi queries Matsu about if he is the same person who sold Kojima the gun. He wishes Matsu had mentioned that to him. Takeshi is assured by Matsu that he did not sell Kojima a gun. Takeshi begs Matsu not to dismember Kojima. He requests that Matsu bury Kojima. Yoko hears Misaki fall in the restroom in the meantime. Because Misaki is nude, Yoko requests that Fable help her but refrain from peeping or touching her in inappropriate places. Misaki remembers the terrible things the Yakuza did to her at the same time. When Misaki awakens from her dream, Yoko tells her what Fable and she did to assist her. Takeshi and Takahashi encounter Sunagawa on the rooftop in the meanwhile. Takeshi tells Sunagawa that Kojima was killed and wishes for them to be at peace. After taking a loan from him, Takeshi tells Sunagawa that Kojima killed his superiors since the latter never returned the favor. Sunagawa is not happy because he feels that if Kojima had lived, he could have recovered some of his losses. As Takeshi is aware that Sunagawa paid two guys to kill Kojima, he is aware that Sunagawa is lying. Takeshi is asked to provide Sunagawa with information regarding Fable. Takeshi informs Sunagawa that he has no idea what the man is about. Takeshi keeps getting nagged by Sunagawa over this. Takeshi requests that Sunagawa leave Misaki alone, telling him their problems have been resolved. Sunagawa gives Takahashi Misaki her purse and requests that he bring it to her. Fable goes back to the garage and muses over Kojima's decision. As this is going on, Misaki is seated at a table and flips through Fable's sketches of her and him. When Misaki sees Fable's